I'm moving back to Southampton this weekend to start my third and final year of university, and I'm moving into a new house with a new bedroom, and that room has a double bed. I've never had a double bed in my life, so I've had to buy some new things. Hopefully this is the last uni haul I'll ever have to do, because I don't plan on sticking around any longer than I have to. Fingers crossed this time next year I'll be in like a proper adult job doing adult things and getting graduate money, which would be nice. But while I am still a student, I'm going to make videos about it and make the most of it. I'll start with the bedding because that's the most exciting to me, and I feel like nice bedding makes the whole room just a little bit better and more homely. So I was very grateful to have an excuse to buy some new quilt covers because I just find it very fun, and I have always kept my eye out, especially in Asda. I feel like Asda always have really good bedding stuff. I've had my eye on this one double duvet cover for like probably more than 6 months. It had palm leaves and I think it had like pink flowers, so it was very me, and I kept putting it off because I'm a student. And then as soon as I decided like it's kind of time to start thinking about buying uni stuff, like a month or two ago, it sold out. It's just not been back in stock since. Instead, I probably spent about 6 hours scrolling through eBay and Amazon, and I eventually found this one on eBay. It's quite similar to my IKEA one from last year. If you've seen either of my previous 2 room tours, then you'll know the one I'm talking about, like the classic IKEA one with the yellow and pink flowers. It's very similar to that. It cost me £19.99. I think it's probably about the same price as the IKEA one, but it's just a bit easier than faffing around driving to IKEA, or like, I don't even know if IKEA deliver little things like that. I have no idea, so I just got this eBay one instead. The design is apparently called Summer Breeze, and it says 100% cotton. All the flowers are yellow as opposed to the other one, which is like a mixture, but this is slightly of a more mustard colour, and then the other side of the covers are just plain yellow. You probably can't see from this tiny picture. Plain yellow on one side and then white with yellow flowers on the other. So yeah, I was really happy with that one. The second set of covers I had a lot more difficulty deciding on. I sort of had this idea in my mind that if I had yellow cushions to go with that duvet cover set, then those would look nice if I had like a black and white grid designed set of covers. The only place I could find that actually sold this that didn't look disgusting was Urban Outfitters, and it was $99 or something absolutely ridiculous. I'm not spending almost $100 on one duvet set. So instead I went back to the Asda George website because they have some really great stuff, like I already said. All my favourites are sold out, but I just went for a sort of plain one, which was pink, and it sort of has the grid style that I was looking for, but not really. That's not why I went for it, but it's a bit similar. This is it. It's called Pink and Grey Geo, but basically it's like plain pink with a white geometric triangle pattern across it, and then the other side is the same but with grey instead of pink. This was £12, so a lot cheaper than the 90 whatever dollars that the Urban Outfitters one was going to be. I've got to admit that this wouldn't be my first choice if I had like a huge selection, but it was getting ridiculous how long I was spending just looking at duvet covers, so I just decided to go for it. It's pink, it's pretty versatile, so I'm going to use it and it's going to do its job. Thought while I was on the Asda website I would pick up 2 of the double sheets as well. I think these are just like the plain ones. They were £6 each, which to me seems like quite a lot of money for one piece of material, but they're necessary, so I bought them. The only thing I'm a bit worried about is that they'll be slightly too big for my bed, because even though it's a double, it does look a little bit small, so hopefully these fit on, because it would be so annoying if I had like that little bit of material left at the end that I'll have to tuck under. It would just get on my nerves. The final bed related thing is this mattress protector, which my mum got for me, and it was £12 from the original factory shop. I know it's not a necessity, but mattress protectors like this, the ones which are a bit more springy and have a bit more thickness to them, are really great for student houses, because I think it's pretty well known that landlords don't really care too much about student houses. They just sort of throw them in and then they charge you money. They don't put the most effort in. So it's just nice to have something extra lying between you and the hard springs if you get lumped with a really dodgy old mattress for the next year. That's everything in terms of bedding. I've got a couple of little kitchen bits which I've had to repurchase because I either lost or broke the things last year. I've tried to limit myself about only rebuying the essentials, but my mum did buy me a sieve very kindly, which I don't really need. But there's just not much space this year in the kitchen. I think I'm going to be very limited on space, and I've already got way too many things. So like I said, my mum bought me a sieve from the factory shop when she was in there. I had this really old sieve which my nana gave to me when she moved out of her house, and it's probably from like the 70s. It was rusty and disgusting. So I've got a brand new one. Not that I ever use sieves, but yeah. I got myself a new can opener which matches my top from Wilko. This was £2. For some reason in student houses, can openers always break. There are like 7 can openers and none of them open cans. It's really weird because that doesn't happen in any other place and there's no reason that they break, they just do. Hopefully this one will see me through the next year, and then maybe by the time I'm on my like 30k salary, as if, I'll then be able to afford one of those machines which opens cans for you. The final kitchen thing I got was this chopping board. It was £2 again from Wilkinson's. I have a really lovely bamboo chopping board from IKEA, but I feel like it's just not very practical, especially in a kitchen with very limited space, because it's quite big, quite bulky, and it's quite heavy. I always struggle to find a place to store it. And then it's also quite difficult to wash because, not that I do this obviously, but if you leave your washing up for a while, then the food dries to it and it's just hard to get it off, whereas plastic one, you can just sort of wipe it away and it's gone. I got this storage basket from Poundland, obviously it was £1. They had loads of different colours, but I went for this one, which is a sort of grey, slightly blue tinted one. I usually keep all my daily products in a basket like this, but I've just recently tidied out my desk and now that's being used to like organise desk related things. So I've got this new one and it's a bit deeper so things won't fall over as easily, hopefully. And at the moment all that stuff is just on my bed, just making a mess of itself. So I'm quite excited now I've filmed this video that I can actually put the stuff in this box and use it. The final few bits are stationery related. You know how much I love a good bit of stationery. Again, these were from Wilko and there's such good value in there and they're also really good quality. I had a couple last year. For every module I do, I have an A4 ring binder to keep the notes in for that one module. So I've got 2. I've got a blue and a very bright pink. And I think these were 75p each. Then I also got in pink again a big lever arch file. What I try to do is to put all my notes from each year into one folder. So I've got my A-level notes in one big folder like this. Then I've got my first year notes and my second year notes. They need a home. So hopefully they'll all fit in this one and then I can reuse some of the folders that I was using last year for each individual module. That big lever arch was £1.25 and in WH Smith it's probably £4 at least for a lever arch file. In Paperchase I've paid £6.50. If you're after some really cheap basic stationery that's still good quality, then I definitely recommend Wilko. And Erin's told me as well that TK Maxx have some really nice, like pretty stationery, and obviously they're cheap as well, so they're probably 2 really good options for you. However, if you're looking for bedding, I would not recommend Wilko. I've had a look, everything is so ugly. Maybe it's just me and my taste, but I wouldn't personally go for that. I think I've done pretty well this year on not buying too much stuff for going back to uni. The bedding was a bit of an expense, but it had to be done. Like, I can't use single bed sheets on a double bed, that's just not gonna work. I'm absolutely dreading going back. I don't even want to think about it because it kind of makes me feel sick. I just do not want to go. But on the plus side, the closer it is to uni starting, the closer it is to October, so the closer it is to Halloween. And as you can tell by my earrings, I'm pretty excited for Halloween. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you're moving to uni soon, then first of all, good luck. And secondly, I hope you had as much fun as I did getting stuff for your new room. Happy almost Halloween, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.